What internet marketing expert should you spend your valuable time listening to? Listen to someone who has over 20 years of web marketing experience and hundreds of website marketing success stories. That man is Aaron Sparks from Site Strategics. And this is Edge of the Web Radio.
All right, there's a great article from Creative Search Strategy from Steve Weiderman. And he talks about data claiming, and it was a very comprehensive article when it comes down to what this is all about. Earning higher placement with Google search engine results can be exhausting. Okay, it absolutely can. But a business can dominate the search engine strategy. And like we said before, you need to claim your business data. So what does that actually mean? All right. Well, we're in the age of the declining internet yellow pages. Okay, and prior to this was the physical yellow pages, but now, and sorry to say, but YP and all these directories are dying. People aren't going to them because they're looking at search. This is where they're comfortable, and the engines certainly have risen to the occasion. Are giving some great intuitive content. They're matching where you are geographically, regionally. They're also looking at your search behavior, your interactivity, and providing you intuitive results based on those type of click-throughs. Inbound web traffic is arguably going to be coming from Google regularly, and from their universal search results, such as pins, you might see a number of things shoved to first place results. Well, you need to check your own website analytics and actually call me on this. If you look at your analytics and you see the predominant amount of traffic coming from Google, right, and it's coming from a number of different sources in Google, you have to recognize that is the place to be able to make some hay. You need to be able to increase your value there. Not Yellow Pages referral traffic. No. You don't want to pay for advertising right next to somebody else. You don't. So therefore, smaller businesses must go head to head with daily to earn that top position. I mean, that top position, we taught statistics a while back, and the top three listings on a Google organic search literally get 67% of the clicks on that particular search. Everything else is at the first page of listings. Anything past the second page, don't even bother. I mean, and you know that for your own search interactivity, right? So, yep, absolutely. So you can listen to the naysayers that say, hey, try not relying on Google. But the reality is that organic search is the primary medium with the lowest long-term cost. Okay? Paid ad campaigns. Real estate. Yeah. Absolutely. And we say it a lot. It's real estate that you own as opposed to rent. You know? So it also takes the least amount of effort. I'd contend, depending on what has happened to that domain, So business data claiming. Let's just talk about that for a second. Why exactly is claiming your business information so important? Simple. Search engines and business directories are founded on having accurate data for your business. Where do you think they get that data? Doug, where do they get their data?
Well, a lot of times they just purchase that data.
That's right.
They'll buy it from a list vendor and pre-populate their site.
That's absolutely right. And they perform routine database hygiene cleaning to make sure. That sounded very, very odd.
Disgusting.
It's an
dental visit.
I can't go there. They got to ensure that they're sharing the most up-to-date information as well. So they continually buy from these data repositories, right? So this means that the data providers sell your business information to websites all over the internet. So why not get it right at the horse's mouth? Why not get it right at the data provider's point of view? I mean, the fact of the matter here, if you think about it this way, here's a kind of a mental diagram for you. Remember, the biology classes where you looked at a nucleus, right? Yep. Or a cell, put it that way. And the nucleus of that cell is what controls everything, right? So let's think of this as a local SEO or a search engine optimization cell. And you've got online reputation on the outer fringes of this cell. You've got website content kind of inside the cell where you can actually optimize your own content. Business listings are where you can actually claim information and update the information with your NAP, your name, address, and phone number, and geolocations. But in the center, the nucleus of this cell, right? Am I painting a good picture?
You are,
All
absolutely. Right. It's like a fried egg with ketchup and hash browns on it.
Right in the middle are the data providers, right? So imagine what I described there, and this is the nucleus of local and regional search results. They may, in fact, be as simple as claiming your business information from 4 databases, okay? One is Axiom, which is ACXIOM. Another is Info USA or the Info Group. Another data repository is Factual. And another data repository is Localeze. That's LOCALEZE. These are the data providers that continually that is purchased from. So you can actually go in there and connect with these data repositories and clean up your data, claim it, and get everything organized correctly. So as it populates out to on the action of purchase, you're already making sure that it's consistent.
Right.
You see?
Yep.
So you need to be prepared to upload it or fax in paperwork, providing that you are in fact the owner. If you're not the owner and you're trying to claim something else, this is not the show to listen to.
This is illegal.
You might want to verify your zip code since we want to be accurate out of the gate. So you take a few minutes to research also the best SIC codes, right, that to use before you start the submission. And you can actually do that. You can see who ranks in Google and with the pins and maps and see what categories they actually have elected. Now, why would you do that?
Accuracy.
Absolutely. You need to be connected to the like companies that you're trying to compete with, right? So you may want to have a number of different categories and then make up some that don't exist, but you need to triangulate who you're competing with and capitalize on their own categorization. You know, using a third party to do that dirty work, you need to pay attention to these different organizations that will actually claim this stuff for you. Some of these organizations will actually suppress your business data if you decide to stop paying them. This is kind of, we call this business hijacking, for lack of a better description. My advice is just claim your business information yourself and never worry about the agency extortion side of things. You know, some of these organizations may actually rhyme with next, but the point being, if you decide to let your local SEO agency submit on your behalf, be sure to require proof of submission, not just a time or a date or who submitted your listing, but actually the extract from the data provider showing the actual ad, okay? So if you have a third party, and this is what we do on a regular basis, we'll actually claim this for our clients, but we do this manually. Yep. And we do this, and we can give you verifiable proof that this was actually submitted. So you need to keep that information consistent on a regular basis, and make sure that you don't have a incorrect spelling of boulevard as opposed to BLVD. Make sure you use a unit number, not suite, or whatever the consistency is. You need to make sure it's happening. Right?
Keep it consistent.
And that's the NAP. That's the name, address, phone number, and all criteria that is aligned. It needs to be aligned correctly. Once your data is claimed, confirmed, and the data providers and search engines, mainly Google Places, Bing, and Yahoo Local, with those providers, you can start focusing on the other 3 focal points of the local search engine optimization, beginning with your website. But I'm going to cover those 3 points here in another segment here, because we want to certainly close up here and lead with this. Claim your data. We've got some additional points to cover regarding your own website, but I do want to change channels real quick.